Today we're going to look at this contraption I made to hold the microphone. When I do voiceovers for these videos I'm making, I need to bring it to bear. But then while I'm editing, I need to be able to push it out of the way. So it's held in this spring-loaded bungee cord thing. So I can move it around, and ultimately I can collapse it entirely when I'm not using it. It's suspended by this string, which goes around this pulley and ultimately down below the work surface where there's a bungee cord. It's a good opportunity to showcase some of the building techniques. So I started off with this piece. I didn't want to drill any holes in my table or the wall. So I relied on this on the gap here, and I attached a strap that goes behind this gap and holds it from underneath. It's actually a hose clamp. So the plan was to straighten this out and attach it to the back of this as a strap to go through that gap in the table. First, I needed to cut off the clamp bit. I was going to reuse that later. Hose clamps are made of some hard steel. You can't cut it with shears or drill it with a drill bit. I put that clamp back on. I can use it to hold it down. It's going to go right here. These are taps and dies. They're for cutting threads in metal, male and the female. This one's quarter 20. That's a quarter inch, 20 threads per inch. That's what you use in your tripod mount. You start with a hole, and it's very sharp and it's very hard steel, so it'll cut the metal as you screw it in. I'm performing some heresy here. You're supposed to use a tap handle, but I don't have one, so I'm just using this vice grip. The taps are really brittle. You could break it very easily, so not using a tap handle is kind of reckless. The aluminum is so soft I can get away with it. So yeah, this is all held together with drywall screws. this being the most critical one because it's holding all the weight. So I had to give it special consideration. Normally, you choose a screw size so it doesn't shoot through to the other side, go through. But doing so, you wouldn't want it to go all the way through. But doing so, you'd lose the benefit of going through all this wood. So I went for this fatter guy, and he's going to go all the way through. And then I cut it off and grind it smooth. So that's all that's left, and it goes all the way through and gets 100% of the wood. The boom was straightforward enough. I needed it to have some resistance, but still be smooth to use. So this is a nylock nut. It has a piece of nylon in there that really holds the bolt from turning. It really seizes up once it hits the nylon. Now it'll move freely, but it'll never come loose. Next up was making the pulley. Mayday, mayday. Some ASMR sounds for you. Sounds cool with headphones. Got this on Canal Street back in the 80s. Back then, Canal Street used to be lined with these cool shops where you could buy just about anything. This stuff bonds instantly. It's very strong. That went together quick. Only ended up using one of them. And finally, there's a bit of woodwork at the top to hold the microphone. The thing is made with Doug fir and drywall screws. Everything's pre-drilled and countersunk. You can measure all you like, but it's difficult to get the holes to line up. So I typically do one at a time. Screw it together, and then I'll follow up with the other hole. I'll square this up before I drill. Finally, I re-drill this with a larger bit to accommodate the screw. It needs to be able to move freely, but bite the wood on the other side. All right, so finally I just needed to attach the microphone and then run some wires. And I started using it right away. It was a rare opportunity to make something functional and novel. Thanks for watching.